Open chest. You got a gold tiara. You have no intention of wearing this thing, but it doesn't hurt to start stockpiling loot again. Now that you're dead, you're finding yourself a little light on collateral, if you know what I'm saying. Bling, carrots, jackpot. You got a double trident. You already have one of these, but there ain't nothing wrong with stowing a little more solid gold in your inventory. You got an extravagant Go See Princess lifestyle to maintain. Gold, cash, 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 booyah! You got a dirty old fedora. Totally useless. This nasty trash isn't coming anywhere close to your head. Doesn't even have horn holes. Looks like something an archaeologist would wear. You wonder whose memory this is. Hornless troll Indiana Jones hat.
Greetings! I've been meaning to say hello since you arrived.
Megiddo? Aw, hell no.
Yes, but not the one you're thinking of.
Which one then?
I like to consider myself as something of a caretaker for this place. You know, the afterlife. I refer to myself as an excellent host, but that has become a kind of a loaded phrase.
You look like Megiddo, but you sure don't sound like any Megiddo I know.
I should hope not. Anyway, those of us who are concerned with preservation of reality have been looking forward to this day for some time, even though time is really just a figure of speech here.
Why would you be looking forward to this shit? The sky just broke. Stupid fairy.
Not the devastation so much as your arrival. You have some big plans, yes?
Maybe. What's it to you?
Oh, nothing. I'm just merely extending the courtesy of a formal welcome. Now off with you. Go find your friends. That is why you finally come out of your palace, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess I'll get going then. But I got my eye on you, Megiddo-looking fairy.
Ta!
Oops. That memory you just rebubbled was in violation of the furthest rings content policy. The administrators, or terrors, have suspended your soul and you are now blocked from rebubbling memories. Unless you really want to. You got some ancient serpent bones. Again, a strange thing to find. Who here would have a memory of these? Huge prehistoric green serpents have always played a major role in your people's mythology, both before and after your session scratched. Of course, only people with an interest in ancient lore and dusty old bones give a crap about that. You're much more interested in their monetary value. Hopefully you can find a sucker to pay up for them big time. Where's the prawn shop in this bitch?
Lost?
I, went the wrong way.
Yes, that's a dead end. Where you want to go is that way. Double pistols and a wink.
You rebubbled the memory to your followers without really thinking ahead. It has no conceivable relevance to anyone who follows your feed, and everyone wonders why they're even bothering to read this shit. A few people who are on the fence about you quietly unfollow your bubbler feed. The horror terrors thank you for contributing to the entropy of the afterlife. You got some boon dollars! Ka-ching! It's not much, but you pocket the loot without a second thought. The bankroll's been a little slack since you died, and every bit helps on your climb back to obscene wealth. Broke. You got a Scalemate plush. Pyral Spike. Holy shit. You are never going to stop hugging this thing. Ever. Highly desirable merchandise. You got a bronze potion! This stuff is supposed to make you kiss good, with side effects of mild to total paralysis. Wait a minute. Isn't this just some troll blood? Oh, yuck. You throw it off a cliff. You got a thing of motor oil! Hey, this bottle even has the label intact. Typically, the label is ripped off and applied to chalk murals. The fact that it still has a label makes it much more valuable as a collector's item. Always gotta be mindful of the cash value of the useless shit you find in chests. P.S. You take a little sip, it tastes awful. Wait, you hear something nearby. Is that sobbing? Question.
Yo, orange guy. Or, yellow guy. Squash colored? What's your deal? What the fuck is with all those 8 balls? Are you, crying? Awkward.
Silence! Bring me a horse, and I am yours forever.
You got a bloody cherub tooth. The fact that this is in a chest here is kind of disturbing to you in ways you can't really explain. You think you'll try to sell this thing to the highest bidder as soon as possible. Or whoever makes the first offer. You got a boonbuck. Now we're talking. This should get your broke ass off the canvas. It's such a crime that the insane fortune you accumulated in your game doesn't persist after you die. You guess it's true, you really can't take it with you to the other side. But once you're there, you can try to make it back in a fucking hurry. You got a juju. An effigy, to be precise. It has magical properties binding it to the mortality of someone, depending on what hat it wears. Hey, maybe you'll hang it from this tree. No, that's a bit morbid. You'll just hawk it to some chump. You got the Horns of Oglagoth. Any sane adventurer would cast these instruments of the occult into the furthest ring and forget they ever existed. And it looks like someone did just that. A wise move.
Remember how I was scrambling up that tower to get that egg like an idiot?
You rebubble the memory and... Yes! People love this memory! It's scoring more likes than anything you've ever bubbled. You bask in your popularity for a few days until it all dies down. And then... nothing. A familiar feeling of emptiness returns. It is the perpetual existential malaise of the afterlife, and a nearby horror terror feasts off your psychic despair. The hideous beast balloons to twice its former size, and issues a deep gurgle of ecstasy.
You got a bunch of throwing stars. Whoa, these are badass. Maybe you'll keep a few instead of selling them all. Unless someone blows you away with an offer, of course.
Rose is crazy, Jade's crazier, and you're...
You got a pair of timetables. Use these to travel through time, which in the furthest ring doesn't always mean much. Traveling back in time could also transport you millions of light sweeps away. Probably better just to sell them to an eccentric billionaire. Ooh, like that kid across the water there. You bet he's loaded. You got an echidna statue. An obviously not to scale depiction of the denizen Orania consulted with to learn how to scratch your session. The decision to scratch, of course, came with major consequences, and you can guess it's only now that the true extent of those consequences are fully apparent. Looks like it's time to clean up her mess. Oh, also you can probably make bank off this thing.
There you are! Haven't seen much of you since you joined us in the afterlife. I know you're royalty and all, but it isn't very sociable of you to lock yourself in your lavish moon hive forever. Everyone has missed you.
Well, I'm here now, aren't I?
Yes, and it's a good thing you are. I was just about to come find you, so we could discuss the recent, Cal, Amity, out in the abyss. Wordplay. 8-letter words. Oh yes.
Yeah. So, you saw it too, huh? Explosions. That was the guy, right? Skull guy? Laser breath? Lord... something. Clamborn? What did you say his shit was again?
I try to avoid saying his true name. Bad juju.
What's it matter? He's already here, ain't he?
I guess. But yes, the Lord of Time was responsible for the destruction of that dream bubble, and the murder of all those innocent ghosts. Ghost murder. Second death. Solicide.
Innocent ghosts. Killing ghosts as a thing that can happen is seriously the dumbest shit I ever heard. Dumb.
I don't make the rules, Mina. I merely observe them and explain them thoroughly to anyone who will listen. Like you.
Yeah. The last thing I need is an many more of your lobstivations. Fish puns. ×2 combo. Booyah. Anyway, that explosion kicked ass. Explosions rule the school. Like School of Fishes? I mean.
I agree that it's more excitement than we've seen here for millennia. But all of us here in the afterlife are in serious danger of being exterminated. Again. Exclamation, 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 exclamation.
Yeah, I got that. I figured I'd have to be the hero and bail all you suckers out again. This time I might not even blow y'all up with a bomb.
Oh, really? What exactly is your plan? I'm very curious.
To get all us ghosts here to team up and kill that asshole. Duh.
What? Oh, Mina. That is such a terrible idea. Poor death choices.
Yeah, right. Like you have a better idea.
As a matter of fact, I do.
So, where is every Moby? I want to talk to them about something. Dead Fronds, Ghost Bros, Font Pals, IDK.
I believe most of our friends should have gathered in this dream bubble. You should be able to find them if you explore a bit. What do you want to talk to them about?
Gotta get the gang back together. Alpha Troll reunion, yo. Take down the douche of time. You say he's invincible, but I think that's exactly the kind of loser BS that made us lose like a bunch of fucking losers in the first losing place. Losers. Losing experts. Lost masters. Fail pros. We can do it if we all, like, work together and shit. Teamwork. Lol. If we build an army. Or maybe a ghosts army. Think about how glub and sick that would be. So sick.
Sick, perhaps, but not a very good strategy. You will just be leading everyone into permanent oblivion. At least, you will without coming up with a better plan first.
Then what's your awesome idea?
To be a little more patient. Patient? Péchis. Alliterative assonance. I have been following clues regarding the whereabouts of a secret weapon that may be the key to defeating him.
Oh, really? What's the weapon?
The weapon, I mean, is not a what, but a who. Weapon? Really, Mina? She is the other cherub, the Lord's female counterpart, who once occupied the same body. Aliens. But when they reached maturity, his personality dominated the host, assuming complete control. Xenobiologically fascinating species. She technically died that day, and now her spirit presumably roams somewhere out here in the furthest ring. Or so the legend goes. We need to find her before he does. He will surely want to finish her off.
Cherub. What? Okay, I didn't really follow any of that junk, so, you could go right ahead and find your cherub, girl. I'ma be right here building my ghost army, biatch. Ghost army, biatch, F yeah.
Very well. Best of luck with that. But try to remember it has been a very long time since any of our friends have done anything important at all. Like, almost eternity. It may be more difficult to find recruits for your army than you think. I hope you like frustrating conversations.
Please. Okay, I admit that most of them were chumpy as globes when we was trying to win our game. Chumps. Shame globes. Chumpiness. Globage. But this time, when I'm through with them, they'll be the loyal murderous mob of cherub fucking fury our people were always supposed to be. And if you don't think I can do that, then need I remind you who I grew up to be in some other dimension or whatever. Batter witch. Water bitch. OMFG. Yes, 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 yes.
You needn't remind me at all, your condescension. I believe you were hatched to be a tyrant, and I pray that your campaign of bullying and intimidation goes swimmingly.
Aw, you're the best, Circuit. Come here.
You rebubble the memory and immediately spark a flame war among others who rebubble it. They chime into the memory, adding their 2 boon pennies. The hostile rhetoric begins to pile up, and soon you try to trace the argument from the beginning in a linear fashion. But you can't. It is pure chaos, as the bubbles have hopelessly dispersed throughout the ring, reducing any coherence the arguments once had into shrieking white noise. The Dark Gods enjoy another small victory over order and reason.
You got a copy of Complacency of the Learned. Wow, this looks really... Huh? It just disappeared from your hand in a crazy blur. What the... Oh, the human girl has it. She looks like she's enjoying it a lot more than you ever would. You'll let her have this one. Probably wasn't worth jack anyway.
Hey,
Hello.
it's, you.
Yes.
Human, right? Where the horns at? So weird.
That's right. Rose, more specifically.
Who cares? Listen, human girl, wanna ask you something.
You're not very good at this, are you?
What?
Talking to people.
Hey, F you.
Oh, it's okay that you are. I'm not trying to criticize. I can kind of relate, actually. I've heard some things about you. That pink rocky environment back there, that's a memory of your home, right? Before Moon. You renounced the throne and ran away to the moon, didn't you? And then you lived there completely alone for how many years?
What are years?
I think I'm starting to lose track of what a year is myself. That seems to be what happens when you spend enough time out here. This madness, meteor fever. I'm just curious about you. You seem like an interesting person who probably has a lot of stories to tell. Also, I like your braids. From what I understand, you discovered something on the moon which originally contained your copy of the game. Is that true? ... Maybe we could spend some time together and get to know each other. When you have the chance, of course.
Man, you're like an alien wind fae. All wordy and nosy and nice to me for no discernible reason. Alt pun equals discernible. You even have the same cod tier jammies on. Goddamn ugly. Just another bright orange blubbermouth. Fuchsia blows orange out of the water. Let's just forget I said anything, okay?
You rebubble the memory and are about to get on with your day when you notice something weird in your feed. It seems like a spam ghost has hacked your soul and has been rebubbling weird advertisements to your followers for the last 50 million sweeps? This is a disaster. You have almost no followers left. Most of the ads are for gross horror, terror, porn, and flagella erectile medication. Ugh.
So, extra talky human. It's me again. Sup?
Hey!
Got a poor position for ya. You know that bad guy? Just wrecked the sky and killed some dead mofos? Rainbow Barfer.
Lord English? Yes, I know of him.
Wanna team up with me and kill him, or...?
Absolutely.
Yay! Word.
But later. Much later, really.
GFD.
We can't interrupt the plan which has been put into inexorable motion. Or for that matter, the meteor we're traveling on, which has been similarly propelled. Troll Isaac Newton. We have to rendezvous with our rebooted ancestors, as it were, and help them win the game. Alpha players, teen guardians, fun. In the process, we will ideally become stronger and more experienced. Only then will we be ready to help you defeat him. Additional fun.
Oh my glub, you really are circuiting the fuck out of this. Blah 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 blah. Come on, stop over-planning. Let's just fly away together and wreck his shit. There are like billions of ghosts out here, right? We got numbers on our side. Billions. I mean, probably.
Yes, but even if I agreed, I couldn't just fly away with you now. I'm not even standing here. I'm asleep on our meteor. This is a dream projection you're talking to. Kind of like a hologram, I guess?
What? What?
You're new to dream bubbles, aren't you? I would be more than happy to explain to you how they work in extensive detail.
Ugh. Light players. Later, Rosefang.
Congratulations, that was the rebubble that pushed you over the edge. You are now officially Bubbler famous.
Oh, hey, the Mariam-looking girl. What's the deal with you?
The deal with the Mariam-looking girl is that she is wondering what the deal is with the Paishes-looking girl, and specifically why the former has piqued the latter's curiosity. The deal with things, the topic of wonder, people-looking people.
Why? Dunno. Seems to me two Mariams is overdoing it a bit. I mean, two captors I'd understand. One was more than enough.
The same thing occurred to me.
You aren't much like the one we had. You talk weird. Kind of a tough act to follow, to be fair, though.
The same thing occurred to me yet again. Things that are the same, and how they occur to people.
Looks like you got the rainbow drinker thing going on, too. Damn, you're blinding me, girl. The goggles do nothing.
I suppose.
So, you go around looking like that all the time, or...?
To my knowledge, yes. Kind of personal? Is there an alternative degree of autoluminescence I should be aware of? And if so, how foolish should I feel for only learning about it now, on a scale of 1 to idiot?
I'm no drinker buff, but yeah, Aunt Miriam figured out how to control it.
Really?
She probably had more time to figure it out than you. When you're stuck in a busted session for 3 sweeps, without much to do, you figure some stuff out about yourself. Not my buzzing wax, but maybe you should axe her. Buzzbugs. Bzz.
I don't think so.
Why not?
I'd like to, but I can't get up the nerve.
Aw, come on, she's cool. You check out her ink yet? Fucking dope.
Yes, She is an amazing person, and it is very intimidating. I had the same feelings of trepidation the last time I encountered someone I admired.
Oh yeah? Who is that? Huh. You mean her over there? Talky girl in the orange nighty jams? Her? I see. Saw you two hanging together last time. She a G-front? The red sword, I mean?
Maybe. Additional bashfully blank hashtags.
That's adorbs, yo. Hey, Mariam lookalike. Let's go kick the fuck out of Skullzilla.
I was about to respond favourably, but then I glanced over at Rose, and she was just shaking her head at me very slowly and kind of knowingly. The limitless mysteries of her wisdom know no bounds. Human sarcasm.
No, you silly drinker. She's just fucking with you.
Oh, probably. But let's be realistic here. The answer was probably going to be no anyway. Bad plan.
Alright, well, guess I'm gonna go drink Skull Guy's blood all by myself then.
I bet it tastes really bad. Gross monster blood.
Yeah. Well, later.
You rebubble the memory. It's a huge hit. People give you a big pat on the back for rebubbling this content, and you essentially reap more credit and recognition for the content than the original author of the memory. It's a great feeling riding the coattails of other people's interesting memories to skyrocket in stature among your followers. This must be how clever people with real accomplishments feel all the time!
You got a sewing machine. Ooh, this looks really expensive. You bet you could... Wait, what's she looking at? The Mariam girl is looking at you funny. What, is this thing hers? You don't want to start any trouble over this dumb gizmo. You slowly put it back in the chest, very casually, like it ain't no thing. We'll come back and swipe it later when she's not around. You got a fuchsia potion. Legend says this enchanted potion is supposed to... Oh god, it's more troll blood. Wait, this is royal blood. What an absolute outrage that probably some commoner had the audacity to draw royal blood. You are almost mad enough not to not give a shit. You chuck it over the edge, glass shatters, someone below says ow. You got a juju! What's up with all these jujus lying around? Jujus are very wide-ranging sorts of magical objects. You never know what form they'll take. This one is particularly useless, though. It has the power to travel through time. Into the future only, though. At exactly 1 second per second. You got a Dursite tabloid. Says some human girl is dead. You don't recognize her. Inside is the usual kind of sensationalizing sleaze you're used to seeing from these. You spent a long time on Durst during your game. You always enjoyed reading these. They were almost always about assassinations, some of which were yours.
Hey, get lost, kid. This is my hiding place. Can't you see English is coming for me? DOTA. Again. He's coming for us all.
You got a Ribbitar! Foes everywhere tremble at the mere sight of this lethal amphibious scourge. So overwhelming is their terror that... Yeah, right. The sword is almost too ridiculous for words. It's a nice conversation piece, though. Oh shit, is that made of ruby? Come to mama!
We went over this.
You rebubble this memory and no one understands it at all. People say things that are so ignorant you want to go curl up into a tiny ball and pray for a swift second death.
You were basically complicit in making our timeline go the way it was supposed to go all along.
Hey, cape guy. You're a human what's-his-cape. With the shades.
That's exactly my name. See also Shaggy 2 Cape. Everyone stupidly insists on calling me Dave though.
So, Dave Cape, where's your bro?
My bro? He's dead. Like, the ghostless kind of dead, I think. Unless you mean the kid version, as in the guy we both saw with the pointy shades. Kid bro, what the fuck? Remember he grabbed my sleeping teen mom and flew away, and that was the last I saw of him. That's sorta what he does. Just vanishes like a mysterious motherfucker.
No, not that guy. Actually, I gave him a sweet high five a little while ago, but that's not who I mean. One of the best high fives ever. Dude's a pro.
What? When did you give him a high five? Why wasn't I informed of this high five that took place? Not cool.
Who cares? I'm talking about your other bro. The cool, shouty kid who got PO'd and went to Clamsgray the F out. Mad Vantis.
Oh, Carcat you mean. I don't know, he's around. I saw him talking to his ancestor a while ago. Or, being talked to. Don't think he likes him very much. Hilarious tool party.
What? Shouty shouldn't be hanging out with that glubbin' dork.
I doubt he actually wants to, but you know how it is with ancestors. Ancestors, you know how it is. Okay, maybe you don't, since I guess you're actually an ancestor yourself. Or you were, to some dead girl I never met, but anyway. I think her name was Fieri or something. They just seem to, I don't know, have this inexplicable power over you. I mean, look at Kanaya over there. She's a fucking shambles about hers. Shambles. Kanaya. Yeah. Like, it isn't even rational or anything. They just represent something you measure yourself up to. Dude, come get the ruler. And even though they probably aren't all they're cracked up to be, it just kinda gets in your head, you know?
Nah, my ancestor was fucking lame. OTOH, in another Tooniverse, I grew up to be an ice-cold murder bitch in charge of everybody, which makes perfect sense. Including a pair of human clown slam poets? So the only one I gotta measure up to is me, and it turns out I measure up awesomely. Fuschia ruler.
And on that day, human What's-His-Cape learned the only real treasure was a forced sense of self-esteem. He thanked the punky sea princess for her radical wisdom, and then she went away.
I think that maybe I was just owned.
Yeah, I saw it. I was looking up in space doing a little monster gazing, right? Thieves' private chill time. Eldritch Red Lobster. Bargain seafood buffet. Bored. When suddenly, I thought my glasses shattered. Ben Stiller almost fucking tornadoed in his grave. But it wasn't the shades. Turned out it was space itself that cracked. Fucking relief. Best bro gave me these. And I listened, and I heard the screams and killing and stuff. Monsters dying, ghosts dying, atrocious problems. Haven't slept well since that. Well, I guess I'm sleeping alright at the moment. Oh yeah, I forgot. Cause I'm here in a bubble talking to you, but yeah, in general my shut-eye's been boned up the protein chute. Troll anatomy. Lewd. Maybe. Keeping myself busy with awesome projects helps a bit, I guess. Awesome projects.
Then you must want to kill the guy even worse than me. Why don't you join me? We can fly away and fuck him up together. What good is a cape even, if you won't fly away to clobber bad guys?
Nope. Nah. Appreciate the offer, but I'm just gonna hang tight and work on my e-bubbles. Dave e-bubbles.
E-what?
E-bubbles, they're awesome. How is this not awesome? It's just some ridiculous shit I figured out how to do here. This whole place runs on memories, so I've been messing around with that. Just as long as you don't ask me how. We are cool. Turns out, I don't even really need the internet for shenanigans, I can just exploit the afterlife.
The fuck? I know you're down in the dumps, kid, but that sounds like a stupid waste of time. Stupid waste of time. Now, come on, let's go wail on a cherub.
Nah. Yes, let's. Just fucking with you. No. I mean, I think I might be supposed to kill him anyway. Air quotes. That's the feeling I get. Like there are all these clues about that, I've kinda noticed. Remember that bullshit about the pimp being in the crib? Oh god. So if I am the guy that needs to take him down, then fine. I'll do that if and when I get hornswoggled into some big showdown with a ridiculous green space pimp or whatever he is. I heard he has a gold tooth. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't know, I think I'm not really cut out for the whole reluctant hero shtick. I'm better at comics. Like, the whole scene is so obvious and trite, I can't even tell if my reluctance is ironic or if I'm playing it straight. Reluctant before it was cool, and before I was willing. Like, I'll wonder if I'm being reluctant enough to cut it, or if I'm actually just being reluctant to be reluctant. How reluctant do you even have to be to do something like etc, etc? Sweet bro and hella Jeff. It turns into like meta reluctance, and then all I can think about is how fucking stupid the whole thing is. I also think about puppets sometimes. Unrelated. I think I'm probably just too self-aware for this hero bullshit, so don't even waste your time on me. Ironic self-pity.
Wow. So cool. Not.
You rebubble it while appending a sassy editorial remark to the content. But the joke doesn't go over too well, and people start calling you out on it. You decide to pop the bubble and put it to rest before it really embarrasses you. But later, people dredge up old bubbles containing their memories of your rebubbled memory and throw it back in your face. That rebubble may come back to haunt you again and again until the day your soul dies, which, sadly, maybe never.
Wait, what the fuck? You want to be me? Air quotes.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, well, without getting too deep into the issue of how absurd that request is on the very face of it, a face presently being palmed, it's just not going to happen. I mean, not yet anyway. Not this early on in your little dream bubble quest you got going on here.
Shut up, dog. Just let me walk around as you and stuff. Talk at peeps in your Coolkid way. Maybe play a different tune.
No.
Why?
I really don't think we should get too meta about this. Just, okay, look. You're on a mission to gather up all your dead friends and build an army or something. Can't believe I'm even explaining this. Personally, I think that's a shitty idea, but you are clearly motivated to do that.
Yeah, true that.
So, why would you waste your time going around being other people? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Air quotes. For instance, you can't be anybody in this fucking sandy beach area because ostensibly you're just charging through this place looking for your friends. Damn it, try to play the part at least somewhat. Already too meta. I give the fuck up.
Aw, man. Boring.
Maybe when you catch up with your posse, you can be some of those guys. Hell, maybe you can be some of us too after the whole thing you're trying to do winds up being this huge predictable disappointment. But that would have to be in a different area.
What area? What? You cray.
Like a different goddamn bubble zone. Like someone's memory of a magic fucking forest or home village or some shit. I don't know, just somewhere the fuck else. Now go away. Of this, let us never speak again. Be Dave, bitch please.
Fine.